What is up YouTube, and today we have a video for ML Luna, New Moon Luna, or otherwise known as Mage Luna. And we're just going to be talking about how you guys want to build her and how to use her, and what units she synergizes well with and against. So yeah, basically pretty strong unit. You guys probably are trying to pull for her if you haven't already or have already pulled for her. One of the best ML 5-star units in the game right now. If you guys don't know what she does, let's talk about her skills very quickly. So her S3 is super broken. It's an AoE full dispel. Also will seal all the enemies and make them unbuffable for 2 turns. And you'll see at the start of battle, you'll get skill effect nullifier. So not skill nullifier, skill effect. And basically this nullifies an effect from skills of enemy heroes and artifacts. So very powerful. It can stop things like Zeo if you have immunity buff and stuff like that. And you can actually soul burn this to ignore effect resist. Our favorite soul burn effect in the game for debuffers, right? And Seal is just very powerful, right? This works against units such as Navy Captain Landy. You can stop her from preventing crits. You'll also strip all of those crit buffs. You will also, stop stuff such as like ML Haste, ML Senya, and Janua. So it makes her very good against the meta units, and this is very powerful if you can actually soul burn this to ignore effect resist, because then you don't really need effectiveness, right? The only thing is, she doesn't have like a CR pushback and doesn't have like a turn cooldown increase. So units such as like Laya can actually do okay versus her. You can actually cleanse it off. Also, because of her, we have a lot more presence from Meteor Cowrick because he just cleanses it off as well. But if you pair her with a unit, which we'll talk about later, that can counter those 2 units, she becomes very good. So pretty strong S3, very powerful. Next, we have her S2 single target attack, defense break for 1 turn. Will increase her CR by 50%. This is very powerful because her cooldown on this is only 2 turns. Her S3 is only 4 turns, so your CR pushing very quickly. And this damage scales with her max HP, and this will actually splash to all enemies. So pretty powerful ability. Doesn't hit super hard, but it does hit decently hard. And this defense break is very deadly if you have a unit go after her to actually clean them up. And the CR push, right, very nice to actually cycle her cooldowns. Next, we have our S1, a 15% CR push on a single target attack, goes up to 20%, which is insane. And also this damage will increase with her max HP. So basically a health scaling mage that has a lot of debuffs that can ignore effect resist, very powerful defense break, and also does pretty decent damage as well with a lot of cycling. So pretty powerful unit, and she is just honestly, in my opinion, one of the best units in the game, if not the best. And the reason is, even though she gets countered by those cleansers, if you pair her with a unit known as Celine, Celine actually will S2 if they use a non-attack skill to cleanse, right? There's not a lot of cleanses in this game that will actually be attack skills. The only one that is actually very good that I can think of is like Fire Lilius with her S3. Pretty powerful unit. She's like seen a lot in Epic 7 World Championship and in Guild Wars. But besides that, there's not too many. So Celine's value is very high when you pair her with Mage Luna. Basically, if you pair them together, especially for Guild Wars offense, against like ML Politis's, ML Luna will S3, ML Politis S3s after, and then Celine will just one-shot the Janua. So very strong combo. One of the best units to synergize with her. She also synergizes very well with units that can actually, push back CR or increase cooldowns. So Noggle is also very good with her as well. If you pair them together in RTA or Guild Wars offense, you can seal them, you can bind them, you can put unbuffable, and you can increase their skill cooldowns, which makes them pretty much useless. So very good combination there. And honestly, because she's such a good unit, she pairs well with just a lot of units. What counters her? Yeah, like I mentioned, those cleansers are pretty good against her. Also, Zeo can actually stop her, and that's because Zeo can take the first turn S3 her. However, if you do have her on immunity set, then Zeo's silence and CR pushback won't work because of this skill effect nullifier. So because of that, let's talk about her build now. You definitely want her on immunity set. So you want her on speed set and immunity set. You want her to be as fast as possible with immunity set as well. That's why you go speed and immunity. You also want Toggle Hell's Ancient Book, because with those souls, you can actually soul burn her S3 to actually land that on Soul Weavers, which makes her very good and just becomes a very annoying unit to deal with. For her stats, pretty hard to build actually. That's because you need her to be very fast, but you also want some health because all of her damage comes with max HP, and effectiveness is a nice bonus. Honestly, you can go 0 effectiveness and then just go Toggle Hells and just soul burn your S3. But I like to opt for at least 100% because you still want this defense break to land. If you land this defense break, your splash damage will do more damage. Not your splash, but your extra damage. And then also your damage dealers that follow up can actually one-shot the unit. Very, very good against units like Last Strider Crow, Arowell, Senyas, and stuff like that. And even Januas, who sometimes run effect resist. And because of that, you definitely want to have some effectiveness. Whether or not you go a lot like I did is up to you. But yeah, speed, health, and effectiveness is all you need. But you definitely want immunity set. If you don't have immunity set, it is okay. Just be careful about bringing her into Zeos because you can actually get really screwed over. So just like a good stat guideline is not mine. Mine is pretty high. I've been playing the game for a while. But I think ML Luna above 270, 280 speed, as fast as you can get her, honestly, is just what you need. Speed is the most important stat for her. Then it's health and effectiveness being tied. So if we actually look at her build, kind of like a more non-Whaley build, I'd say. I think something like this might be fine, my pieces are pretty crazy, I'll show you after, but if you go like something like this, that's still pretty crazy. What about like something like this? I think my chest is very fast as well. Yeah, what if we do like something like this? Something like this is fine. You won't be, too hurt on, you won't be too useless with your ML Luna, even if you're at like 280 speed or 270 even. But this is like a normal build, I'd say, for like newer mid-game players. But the build I have right at 307 is kind of where I'm at with my account. And these are the pieces I have to achieve that. 23 speed weapon, 22 speed immunity helm, 20 speed chest, 21 speed health main stat necklace. I think health main stat is definitely the best by far. You definitely want health main stat. And then effectiveness or health, it's up to you, with 21 speed on my ring. And my boots are terrible, but I don't have good immunity pieces actually because I don't really farm it. But because New Moon Luna really needs immunity, what you'll end up seeing is a lot of people will have pretty crappy immunity pieces on her. But yeah, this is the build I have for my ML Luna. Very powerful unit. She's one of the best ML 5 stars in the game. Let's actually test her out in like one match so I can show you guys how strong she is. This is just a replay of an RTA game I did. And basically you can see I still run S3 here. She has higher speed than Emilius, so you'll outspeed Emilius a lot. And basically you stop Emilius from S3ing, right? Because of unbuffable. She can't really do much. And this guy, I don't know why he S3'd. I guess he wanted to increase my skill cooldowns, which is fine. Not like a terrible play. But usually I like to seal Moon Bunny Dominion first and then S3 the next turn, but whatever. And because the enemy is entirely sealed here, they can't really do much, right? ML or Galvalilius can't really, get that damage limit, and Politis will not be able to actually stop the CR push now from my Requiem Moana. Also, Politis will not be able to S2 anymore with her, or with my Moon Bunny S3ing. But I guess she did get reset here, so it doesn't really matter. But you can kind of see when ML Luna goes first, what ends up happening is a lot of openers just end up being very useless, and then Lilius just dies here, right? And you'll see her damage with her S2. Nothing too crazy. Boom. And yeah, pretty simple. ML Luna, pretty fun unit. Counters a lot of the meta units. Even though this wasn't like a great showcase, Arena is down, so I actually can't play it. So I just had to show you a replay. But yeah, this is basically how ML Luna works. Let me know in the comments down below if you guys pulled or if you're still trying to pull for her. And I'll see you guys next video.